episode, I'm going to be talking about those E numbers. Well, what if I told you that E numbers aren't as harmful as they seem? Yes, you heard right. E numbers aren't as harmful as they seem. This is because they belong to a category of food items called food additives. Now, food additives are substances that are added to our food to improve the taste, the texture, the flavor, the color, and also to help improve the shelf life of our food. One of the major categories of food additives are the sweeteners. Now, what sweeteners do is to help to improve the flavor of food. Like the name implies, they add the sweet flavor to the food. Examples of them are sugar, stevia. Honey is a good example of a sweetener. So these are amazing sweeteners. They are naturally occurring as well. So there you have it. Another example of food additives are the flavor enhancers. Now, the flavor enhancers mimic the flavor of a particular food item, or they mimic the flavor of the food in general. A very good example of flavor enhancers is the MSG, or monosodium glutamate, which is added to food to mimic the flavor of meat or fish, or to give it what we call the umami flavor. Another good example of food additives are the thickeners and the stabilizers. Now, the thickeners and stabilizers, like the name implies, help to thicken food and also help to stabilize food. A very good example of thickeners and stabilizers is the xanthan gum. Now, the xanthan gum is found in soda. It's found in chewing gum as well, and it's found in some sweets. It helps to bind and hold and thicken these items, these food items. Another good example of food additive is the preservatives, or the ones that help to improve the shelf life of the food. Now, preservative are what helps to keep a food longer, make them last longer, as the name implies as well. A good example of preservative is what we have at home. It's the salt. Now, salt traditionally has been used to preserve meat and fish and helps them stay longer because it removes the moisture content and so much more. Now, another good example of a preservative is the sodium nitrate. It's also used for meat. It's used to preserve meat. A good example of such food items you will see sodium nitrate in is sausages. Now, sausage is a processed meat, so sodium nitrate is added to the processed meat or the minced meat, and then it is kept for a longer time. To improve the color and appearance of our food, we have food additives that are called color enhancers. What these enhancers do is they mimic colors, and they bring out a pop of color to our food. We have the yellow, we have tartaric yellow, we have some that are naturally occurring. Some people use edible algae or spirula in food to give it the blue green or the green color. Some give it the red color, and so much more. Now, to my favorite food additives of all time, we have the antioxidants. Antioxidants are food additives that help to prevent oxidation or the browning of food items. We have food items like apples, pears, and yam that turn brown when they come in contact with air. Once you peel them or once you cut into them, they start turning brown, or they start turning a brick red color. Now, this is because of the reaction of the food items with oxygen. Now, what antioxidants do is they act as a covering on these food items. They act as a seal on these food items. And a very good example is ascorbic acid or vitamin C. And this is found in citric fruits like lime, lemon, oranges, and so much more. And so they basically help to cover or seal up these foods to prevent oxygen from reacting to these foods. Now, I hope you enjoyed this flavorful and informative episode of A Food Space. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And see you on the next episode of A Food Space. Bye.